Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi, guys. I'm back once again. Curse your ill fortune. Did I not click? I could have sworn I clicked continue, but I would be lying if I said that, because evidently I didn't. And I would never lie to you. Except that last sentence. Which kind of means I would lie to you, so never mind. I was going to stream earlier. I honestly was, but I was attacked by the nappies. And I took a nap for about 45 minutes. I feel better. One thing I have discovered about being old is if your body's telling you it's really tired and it wants you to take a nap, just go ahead and take a nap. Pardon me. All right, here we are. Now, entertain us. Let's go ahead and track that. What else have we got over here? Let's see. Bounty? Yeah, that will not be getting done. Locate the Kirab Samuta Den. Cache of goods outside of Mirzba.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
The Imperial testing station can definitely wait, at least until we get out. A sniper rifle. At the Hand of Kadir. That one seems doable. Let's go with the Hand of Kadir. After the storm blows by. It's right directly over me. There it is. Coming in fast. It says it's 1 meter away. I don't think it's actually for the center 1 meter away, but it's really close. How about we hit these two places first and get ourselves some more of the orange goodies? Good evening to whomever has joined me. The storm is clearing. I can see clearly now the storm is gone. Almost. It's almost gone. Alright, is that the Hand of Kadir? Yes, that's the Hand of Kadir. So that's where we will be going. But first we'll go there and there. If we're going to the Hand of Kadir, however, I should take those things with me. Anything else I can leave behind? Yes. Yes, there is. We want to... That would be a thing I could leave behind, as an example. Let us check. I don't think we left anything in here. No. What is the status of our water machine? Alright, so... water is at capacity. Pretty neat. So we're going to grab some copper in passing. Oh, look, we're just passing by, and here happens to be a node. What a surprise. I'm shocked and surprised. We're also at water harvesting time, so we can fill up our leader johns, even though we can't dump them. Into a cistern just now. I think we're probably short on copper to make another cistern. But we'll get that started anyway. So we're making 19 more, and if we wanted to make a cistern... Oh my god, this is gonna That's not good. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Oh, well, I said the UI is the biggest piece of crap about this game. The only thing that I hate. And now it's even worse than ever in that it's not working at all. Huh. All right, well, I'm going to grab my water. I'm going to log out and back in and hope that that fixes the UI problem. Well, it's Funcom, and of course, you can't spell Funcom without FU. Alright, well, we have filled up our leader, Johns. So water will not be an issue for the immediate future. Funcom. Oh, wrong. Exit to main menu. Funcom, Funcom, Funcom. We'll try again. I mean, the amount of Funcom jank is minimal in this game. Much less than usual. Oh, but it's not entirely gone. I did find it amusing and a positive thing when Joel Bylos mentioned, while talking about this game, that Funcom had a reputation for, fun, interesting stuff, but also a good amount of jank. They were trying to get rid of the jank. Yay! We need 3 more copper. Did it finish? It must have. We'll get more copper off for the Hand of Kadir. We will grab any copper we come across. So we can make another cistern or 2. Oh, lovely. Freaking Sardaukar. They absolutely annihilated me yesterday. The mercs they dropped absolutely. They murdered me. They absolutely. I can't come up with a more descriptive term than murder. It took them literally about 3 seconds. About 1.5 seconds to peel off my shields. Then they hit me with a stun. And then they just finished me. Didn't even look like they'd missed a single shot. Well, we can also start gathering carbon, because I believe I upgraded my cutter ray. So I can get carbon now, so we can start making steel. Mind you, we've still got a lot of stuff in the iron tier to go. And it is night. But we're not far at all away from day, so that is going to make it a little tougher for me to use the probe. And the Haga Rift. Now, maybe in the early morning light I can get the probe launched for Haga. managed to run into one end of that and then go back and forth a couple of times. That was not fair, okay? I would like to complain. I would like to register a complaint. All right, let's see how close we are to being able to use it. I guess like 30 meters. That's my guess. 84 meters. I don't think the top of this rock's going to qualify. We will double check and make sure we're not currently using the Emperor's wings before we launch ourselves. Whee! The Emperor's wings are useful for just about everything else. There it is. For just about everything else other than just the straight plummeting. It's very good for horizontal travel. It's good for the vertical travel if you know you're not going to miss. If you're going to miss, you could die. Presumably, that would be negative. That was not a particularly useful. Uh-oh. Oh. This is my new sword, which is not actually a new sword. It was a looted sword that I stole from somebody. No, that somebody stole. And I bought it for 500 credits, 500 solares. Because it does 5 times as much damage as what I was currently using, so it'll tide me over for a bit, at least. So random travel in the desert during the day can be tricky. You definitely want to keep your eyes open for spots where you can grab a little bit of shade when you need to. I'll go ahead and drink our filtered lens sweat. Trademark. If it's not the real original lens sweat, you're just not getting your money's worth. Almost missed. So, we were building up a little bit of sun exposure. Now we're not. All right, 400 meters, and it is below us, so we won't have to be doing too much in the way of extreme climbing. Some kind of camp or something over there. I'd rather avoid any entanglements. And no Imperial entanglements. Well, that's the trick, isn't it? As Han would say. I'm going to check on something. No, there's nobody over there. Nothing in the inventory. No, this appears to be belonging to people, I'm guessing. Alright, 160 meters. That looks an awful lot like that big area there. Why are we headed to the Hand of Kadir anyway? Kadir's shadow. Let's see what we have to do about the missing sister. Sadly, I think it's that one. Note, it says finding Semo, but the objective is missing sister. So the quest says it's missing sister. It doesn't say this. So tracking it could be hard because the UI was designed by a moron. Okay, well, that's not especially informative. 39 meters in this direction. Come on, we're close enough. Trigger whatever needs triggering. Oh! Oh my god. They're really good shots. Now... I wish I had a sniper rifle. What a surprise. Oh, they're coming. How nice. They're friendly. Someone come on. I saw you come running down. You're not fooling me. They're really hostile. And you can see the little water emblems. That's bad guys. I saw him. What the hell was that? Jesus Christ. Poison out? Why won't the poison get out? I'm dead to the fucking poison. What a pile of incredible bullshit.
Got a live one.
Miniguns. Have I mentioned how much everyone hates minigunners? Because we do. That did not go as smoothly as I might have hoped.
Are you lost, friend?
All right, anyone else coming back out? Feeling frisky and want to play? Yeah, this may have to wait until I've got a freaking sniper rifle so I can pick off some of the enemies at range. Simply to make it practical. Also, quite a big batch of them. Good evening to those who've joined me. Yeah, I just don't think I can get in there. I think I'm a little bit too underpowered. I think I need armor. Would be helpful. The stuff I've got is junk. I would like the next tier of armor. And I really desperately need a sniper rifle. I'd hope to get a cheapy one at the auction house. That was not to be. I'd like to get at least the first piece of this quest done. And I think that gets triggered if I get to a close enough point. So I'm going to take a chance, run in and run back out. There we go. Investigate Simo's last known location. It is in there. I'm just not confident at all, given the trouble I just had, which was a lot. That I can successfully navigate that. I think I just end up dead. And as I mentioned last night, I am a risk-averse gamer. Generally, I avoid the risk. I'm not a confrontationalist. How about some more carbon? More carbon, you say? Okay. That was the worst version of carving up a thing that I've ever carved up a thing with. That was better. That was better. Let us... Anytime now. There we go. Head back home. Well, our tail between our legs, as that was said. I'd say it's safe to say that was an abject failure. So you need to sort of stick to the edges of this rock area, because trying to cross between the red areas, well, the 4 or 5 times I've been in the quicksand were all trying to do that and not quite managing. In none of those did I die or lose my vehicle or anything, but came close. Not worth the The stress, the time. Because it's only going to take once for it to eat a vehicle, and all of a sudden I'm spending half an hour making another vehicle. So an extra 3 minutes on my ride home. Oh, we're back to night now? Yes, we are. Okay, we can try again. See if we can get to a location here in the Haggai Rift where we can do a probe. We'll try this one. We will put this back into its place. And we will start our climb. I'm going to try something dangerous. It might get me killed, but it should make the climb a lot faster. I'm going to swap to that. We do have to be a lot more careful, though, because we no longer have the automatic fall speed mitigation. So we need to make sure we've got a landing spot. There we go. We're high enough. We will immediately swap back to the passive suspensor belt so that we don't get killed getting down off of our high horse. And we will have unlocked all of the terrain in the Haggai Rift. Poof. A Haggai Rift has been revealed. Be aware of quicksand and drum sand. Oh, yes, I am quite aware of them. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up, though. That was mighty thoughtful. Thank you. So, not a complete loss. But we really need the next tier of armor and a sniper rifle before I'll feel comfortable going into a number of different combat areas, including Material Testing Station 10, which you get as a quest objective way too early. You get that basically as soon as you get to Anvil Station, and you are by no means ready for it. It is very challenging, filled with much tougher mobs, and it has what I refer to as 2 rooms that are just appallingly difficult. First one is the big room, which is an enormous 2-level room with the second level sort of going around the outside over the first level. And it's got 12 or 15 mobs in it, all of whom are significantly tough. And if you're not careful, it's very easy to overpull and die. And the other is the sort of the last important room. I am definitely still seeing lag on my scanning. And in that last room, there's a boss who's not too terribly tough, and he's got 3 or 4 assistants who are very tough. And in both locations, I believe, once you go in, you can't get back out, except by dying. Not recommended. What is recommended is, regardless, in either case, you drop a respawn location item. So bring along a little bit of scrap metal. What got in the way of iron? Got a lot. 43, be 10,000 mils. Sure. Alright, we'll put stuff away. We're out of copper ore, so that goes back into the raw materials bag. Food in here? No, food is not in there. But that the user interface is just so bad. They made a console / controller centric UI for a game that's currently only available on PC. No, where am I putting the food stuff? It's not in there. Not in there. In there. Nope. Alright, and this is the Slaver Scout Jacket. The next level of armor I can make. Is it the Slaver stuff? No, it's the Curab stuff. Slaver is a higher level than that, I think. Curab Slaver. Not Slaver Light. It is a Slaver Scout. My current armor has 36 armor, minus 6% dash cost, and 12% blade mitigation. It's just got more armor. The rest of the stuff is... well, this has a lot more heat protection, too. Well, we'll put this in the box for now. We get everything. We did get everything. All right. Let's see where we are over here. More copper. That goes there. Should be able to make another cistern. We'll deposit the blood we're carrying. Yeah, I did want to hit the 2 cave, the water-sealed caves that are on this rock. I'm going to go ahead and drink my fill. My fill is filled. And then we will grab enough water to refill. Like that. A little bit of style up points action right here. You can see where they are. You're dead. Wait for the shield to pop back on. About now. Forgot to turn the shield on. Got them. Ah, 2 liters of blood. That's half a gallon. You gotta get it while it's fresh, though. Don't go with the store-bought blood. I know it's tempting, but yeah, just don't. No minigunner this time. They're the ones who tend to make this a little bit more challenging than it ought to be. I did grab it all, didn't I? Yeah, except for that, right. And the second cave is 160 meters away. Oh, look, it is the bot! So lovable, the bot. So lovable, I just had to drop the band hammer on them. Twitch, get off your fat, lazy asses. It took them a year or two to figure out, hey, botcompany.com is always putting bot messages up. Maybe we should ban any message with the letters botcompany.com. And that lasted for maybe a month until botcompany.com figured out, hey, we'll just put a space in the name. And Twitch hasn't figured out yet how to turn that off. They're over there and there. Whoa, that was fast. They hurt me more than I was expecting. God, sometimes I'm such a dope. I hit the wrong buttons. Not helping myself. Am I on fire? Yeah. And he's standing over a mine. Worth for the orange goodies. Okay, the bandit's over here too? You talked me into it.
Reveal yourself.
You have a friend over here? Usually it's 1 or 2. Always turn off your shield before you head into the desert, boys and girls. Shy Halud? Not so shy about eating people who don't. I'm low on fuel. You're low on fuel, Lens. Please keep that in mind. Probably need both, since we're low on fuel. Let's make sure it takes it from the almost empty one first. Yeah, it did. We now take this one back up and... Sorry, there we go. We're now 100% full. Drop that in there. Gun parts, and there's the oranges going in. That'll work for now. Alright, what do I have to do to make that new armor? Because we definitely need the Kirab armor. What was it I needed? Plasteel microfluorofibers. Ugh. We've got 4. No, we got 6. So 4, 9, 13, 19, 26. We have 6. We need 20 more. I think that's the wreck. Yeah, the wreck of the Alcyon. I'm going to make it a twofer, I think. See if there's anything else I can make that would be useful immediately. We can't open steel stuff yet because we need to spend more intel. Before we can open those up, we need to spend 14 more points. Standard Karpov will give us a better gun to work with, which just isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. The Disruptor, Gerda, now I think we'll get the Karpov. That will speed things up a bit. Make the Karpov. One we're shooting currently does 7.6, this does 11.4, so it's about 50% more damage. Anything else that we can temporarily improve our chances with? We need to open that, unlock it, we need 9 more, huh? Scanner and the leap suspensive belt. Scanner for sure. One we've got is looted, so it won't last forever. And sadly, we need 4 more points, and that one's only going to unlock 3. I already have the Cutter Ray Mark II, so the Mark I can go fish. Let's go with go fish. Not interested in the heavy armor. Leap Suspenser is probably going to be it. Sandbike Scanner is not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. And that opens up 34 new schematics. And before we can make the sniper rifle we want to, well, we've got to open the weapon fab first. Which we can. Just no hurry until we can. I'm thinking. That does have a 10. I wasn't even seeing the 10 on it. So we basically need 15 points to open the weapon fab and the first sniper rifle, the Jabal Spit Dart. Let's grab the goodies out of here. Put them into the finished crafty bits. Something else get deposited? That was weird. All right, let's see. Where are we going to go? We can head over there. The cache of stolen goods outside Mirzba. Check the water. A little bit of blood going in. There we go. We do have enough blood to almost finish this out. And because this is the second tier of blood purifier, we get 40% out, which means there's 16 liters. We'll get 6.4 liters. So that'll more than fill up our water capacity. So we would like to build one more of these, please. 6 cisterns. No brotherns. Never mind. So that was about 6. Not quite going to fill it up. I could dump some of the water I'm carrying in there. But why? I turned on the shield again. I keep hitting the wrong button for that. We will go ahead and drink some delicious lens-flavored filtered sweat. Only the finest around here. All right. Now this quest, if memory serves, is pretty simple. There's like one guy standing by a tent. You kill him, get the goodies, and then I think it points you onto another quest. Like a kill 10 quest, maybe, if I'm remembering correct. Don't even think about it. All right, now you can think about it. All right. And where do we want to go? We can go straight across from here. You want to make sure that you're not going close to, or at least into, any of the little red zones. Those are problematic sand. Drum sand, which rings a dinner bell for Shai Hulud, or quicksand, which is like movies quicksand in You Sink and Die. So, probably wouldn't like that. I don't know. I assume that destroys your vehicle. I don't know if you die to a sandstorm or the worm. They eat all your stuff. That's a dude. Come on, come on. Lady, you coming? You want to play or not? You can get away from my bike. Now she had a friend too. reveal myself. Is this enough? Oh, you jerk. Oh, I don't think they even have a chest of goodies. That's really disappointing. I actually think I killed these guys once before. Or the previous residents once before, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and take just a second. I believe those continue to craft even while I'm driving. Columba. And I believe the siege begins with B. Barcon or something like that. And if memory serves, there's like one guy over here somewheres. On the other side of the rock, no doubt. I haven't checked recently. I did check earlier on Thursday, and it didn't seem like the servers were showing a large increase in population. At least none of the ones I was looking at. Is that a freaking storm? Alright, I haven't gotten a warning about it, so maybe it's going to miss me. So that is 46 meters above? I don't think so. No, it's right about here. There we are. There it is. Sorry, friend. Nothing personal. Well, it's hard to say nothing personal when you kill somebody. Now, I believe we locate the cache, we open it up. Doesn't have anything. And the guy just wants us to actually just murder a bunch of these guys. Accept the contract. And now he wants the UI for the quests and generally is awful. No, that's the one. Kirab Bandits. Ding 29. Now I need to kill 4 Kirab bandits. I think they've got a little installation here, and I can sort of like pick off a couple, get them to come out, murder them, and not aggro like a bajillion of them. That was not the best shooting you'll ever see. Another one? No. Weird lighting. Yeah, I'm going to blame the lighting. It was the lighting. You know, that does look like that sure as hell looks like a guy to me. Is this another one of sort of the new quests? I think it is.
Peace be upon you. A welcome return. Our camp is your camp.
You have any tasks
If
that
I
need
am
doing?
not mistaken, you already have a totem
You're correct.
to
I'll see
place
it done.
our gratitude.
Okay, so yeah, this is the quest I already got from them earlier. One down, 3 to go. Well, how's about we do a quick scan? That's 2. Anyone else? Any volunteers? We have a volunteer. We have another one who's using grenades. I made a mistake. I should have just gone for the minigunner when he first popped up. Whoop, we got a lot of friends. That's 3. That's 4. Minigunner still waiting over here for me? I would like to get the intel that's in here. There's the intel. Only 5. I was robbed. Robbed, I say. I'll take his stuff off his body. I don't need his juice. Juice I can get almost anywhere. I'll take the complex machinery for sure. That's a bit of a bonus. I think I got everybody. We will get a little distance away and we'll contact the contract issuer and see if that doesn't finish up the contract. Head back. Contact. And I think he then wants me to ride the thieves' market. That was close by. Where the hell is it? Ah, there. Yeah, I've got a number of quests in that place. That's what I thought it was. All right. I will enjoy a little post-battle water. And refill our leader johns because we can. Basically, anytime you can you can fill up your leader johns, do it. Yeah, we can just hop on our bike. Zardagar. You just want to be aware of where they are. We should be clear across. Unless Shai Hulud decide he wants om-noms. Easy peasy. Shai Hulud must be taking a nap. We will grab some more copper, because, well, it's convenient as all get out. And a little bit of iron, too. I tell you, I am getting lag on using my scanner. I don't know why. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens frequently. Copper. Sure. Iron. Sure. Ooh, we can make some steel. Not yet. Oh, actually, probably we should. That'll use up some of the water, so we can... And our water capacity is almost capped. Go ahead and make some steel. Put away the stuff we've just got. Anything we missed? Yes, iron and copper ore. The odd bits. We'll dump off the blood that we sucked. There we go. All the blood has been deposited. That's 15 liters. That'll give us 6 liters, which will get us up to 30 liters. Which means we're carrying around extra water. We're up to 23 intel now. Weapons fab will be 5. The spit dart will be 10. And what do we need for the weapons fab? We're making steel. I think we're making like 40, and we need more complex machinery. All right. We need complex machinery. I know a place to get complex machinery. My standard location. Where I went yesterday and grabbed some. Don't shoot at me. Just don't. I'm not in the mood. Okay. There's like a facility. Sort of like a double facility. A big one on the left as we approach it here, and a smaller one on the right. The smaller one on the right does not have anywhere near the population of mobs. It's pretty easy to just go in, pop like 4 or 5 mobs, and get 25 to 35 complex machinery. Because the bigger place over there has got a lot more dudes. Probably has more complex machinery. I see a couple of them over there. He's dead. There, she's dead. Juice donations. Hi, I'm collecting juice. Won't you please give? Okay, there's usually 2 below and 2 or 3 up above. Oh, they came out. Might be one more inside, but probably not. There's another container way up there that's difficult to get to, but it's never had anything of any importance in any of the times I've been there. I did grab this one, right? Right, just turned into cheese. And not one of the, like, really tasty cheeses either. This only has energy fuel cells, right? Yep. This is the one that's easy to miss. But how many did we get? 38. Normally it's 25 to 35. I got 36 yesterday and 38 today. Yay. That did not work out as I'd hoped. And that's the complex machinery we needed for our weapon fab. That 5 minutes, something like that. It's pretty quick to get that many complex machinery. That is a blow. Saw a visual sort of flare from that direction. I don't see the spice blow anywhere obvious. Stop shooting at me. Oh, that's, we have Big Daddy alert. Shia LaBeouf himself. Boogieing around nearby, just checking stuff out. And then I think we need to make a trip back to Griffin's Reach. The wreck over there, and we'll probably hit the Imperial testing station while we're over there too, or some other easy crafting bits that we can just easily nab. Let us re-grab. Okay, slight delay on scanning that, but this thing always seems to have a bigger delay when I try to scan it. Yeah, it's definitely longer. It's just weird, that's all. It's not a big deal, it's just a little weird. That is the weapons fab. And it is totally fab. We have a weapon fab. Did that kill all the energy to everything? I think it might have. Let us... Yep. There we go. Power's back up again. Our house will not be randomly destroyed. Alright, what do we need for that? We need steel. I thought we just made a bunch of steel. Oh, we just used a bunch of steel. We need 4 more mechanical parts. All right. Loaded with stuff? No, why wouldn't it let me pick that up? There it did. The server's been acting kind of flaky. NGL, as the kids would say. We got 4 steel. Let's turn the rest of the iron into steel. Turn the copper into copper ingots. The iron into iron ingots. And that much steel into steel ingots. And so we're going to fly back to Griffin's Reach. It's actually, I think, the time saving is sufficient that it pays for itself. To fly there and then drive to the wreck of the Alcyon and then the Imperial Testing Station. You have a face. Thank you.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
You can fly me somewhere today.
Music to my ears. The Basin is
Basin.
a pretty big place. Could you narrow
Griffin's
it down a little?
Reach.
Mir's place? Yeah, I know it. Scavenger territory.
The price. They
Get a
lowered the
cocktail,
price. No, why does... Okay, I know they didn't. It's still 700. I have 500 in credit and the rest in coins. I'm carrying that much coin.
Falcon's always warmed up.
Need to dump some of that back into the chest. It would be really nice if essentially all of the vendors, like her, you'll notice it actually had a list of how much money I have in the bank and the money I have on me. But you can't pay with the money in the bank. So why bother listing it? In essence, any of the vendors, anyone like this, should take bank credit. You should be able to keep your money in the bank, generally speaking. Also, I think it's really a ridiculous charge of 2,500 to get to one of the settlements, either Arakeen or Harko Village. The 700 between outposts probably doesn't need to be that big, but certainly 2,500 is a big disincentive early game for, going in and doing things like paying your taxes and that kind of stuff. And I don't see what purpose it serves in game terms. Oops. Should be almost there. Not quite. I was hoping to be able to elevate over that, but not quite. Alright, so this is the Imperial Testing Station. And in here, in keeping with the code, you can't see it here. It has the advanced servox and particle capacitors, are the crafting elements you get out of this. The ones we actually need for making the sniper rifle are the green ones, which come from the Imperial Testing Station. Imperial Testing Stations can be quite difficult. I will note in particular the one you get access to, not the first one, I'm in the starting area now, Haggis South. The one you get the quest to go into very early when you get to Anvil Station. Imperial Testing Station number 10 is extraordinarily difficult for a new player. abusively so in my mind. I know a lot of the players were very approving. Really, the water doesn't regenerate. That's interesting. I know a lot of the players on Reddit were talking about how awesome it is to have such a big challenge early on. No, it's really
Welcome
not.
to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2.
That's how you alienate
I am
new
Station
players.
Supervisor Dr. Rommel Corrigan.
Hi. That was the one who was already here. That was the dead guy that I didn't shoot a bunch. That was the dead guy that I did. There's the third dead guy that I did shoot a bunch. And this should fill up the blood bags. I believe they are completely full. Quick check. Blood bags, both completely full. 18 liters. About 40 pounds of blood. Come on, there's more of you in here. I know there is. Hi there. Might be another one. Sometimes the one guys even come down from below. They're just anxious to play, you know. Youthful hijinks, all of that. We'll definitely take the Solaris. After all, we gotta pay for that. Oh, there's another one. Gotta pay for that 1,400 Solaris that we spent to get here and we'll spend to get back, total. Gotta cover our expenses. That's just sound business planning. All right, yep. Really, I think you'd have a lot less workplace problems down here if things were just a little better lit. It feels so dark and gloomy, you know? Nobody likes a dark, gloomy workplace. Even if everyone's gone insane and killed each other, it's just less fun. I have been raided. Still, My alerts don't tell me, but thank you guys for letting me know. Good evening, late afternoon. We're somewhere in between. Everyone, hi guys. Thank you very, very much for the raid. Arrow Garden. And what grows in... Maybe I don't want to know what grows in the Arrow Garden. Have you also been playing the free weekend? Mind you, I own the game. It's not really free for me because I already paid for it. But the weekend is free. That was a follow from Ariane331. I have a spiel for that. 1 second. Let me pick up the ID badge and make sure no one's coming to immediately kill me. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. His followers a spiel and... Oh, that's too kind. What happens in the garden stays in the garden. That's probably wise policy to have, really. Right now, I'm back in the Haga South area, grabbing some easy loot. Love my energy. Tried to raid you yesterday, but you were off. I'm badly off frequently. Oh, you mean I wasn't on? I had problem with my system. The computer system, not like one of my, like say, my cardiovascular system. As far as I know, that one's still okay. Dune has, if you enjoy a survival crafting game, Dune has a very good game. But I can also tell you about 2 other Dune games that I currently have installed. We have Dune Imperium, which is based on a tabletop board game. And there's also Dune Spice Wars, which is not quite a real-time strategy game, but real-time strategy adjacent. Badly off frequently? Well, it's the internet. If we weren't badly off, we wouldn't be here. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind. This has been out for, I don't know, what, 4 months? Something like that. But they have a free weekend, so if you're interested, you can play it for free and find out for yourself if you like it. Because, as we all know, free is a good price. It's unlikely you could get them to pay you to try it. But, yeah, it's free. It's on Steam for the weekend. Again, it is a survival crafting game based in the Dune universe. And I think a very good one. This fellow in here is not going to like me on the other side of the shield. So I'm going to have to take a sword and murder him. Wish you could have jokes in your repertoire. My brain, fortunately or unfortunately, it tends to do this sort of stuff on its own. Hold on a sec. He's got to die. Oh, come on. That was... How about this time we try that again? Got him. Well, for better or for worse, my brain has always been really good at making associations, connections between things. And so somebody in game will say something, somebody in chat will say something, I will say something, and it comes out. It's not always a good thing. I can assure you that more than once, my big mouth has gotten me into trouble. Well, he has a shield, and in the Dune universe, projectiles don't work very well against people in shields, so they use swords. Or knives, either or. Can't stay for longer. 222, that's a really cool number. Go to bed. Seriously. That sounds like a bedtime to me. Thank you very much. You are far too kind. And out we go. So this is a relatively low level, in essence, a dungeon.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2.
And I'm buzzing through it real fast because I need some crafting materials from here and the next place I'll be going, which is sort of like a little minier dungeon. Basically, certain crafting materials can only be gotten in dungeons or shipwrecks. Sorry, dungeons. Imperial testing stations or shipwrecks. Others can only be gotten from former Fremen habitations. So in the game, you start off after a short tutorial in the Haga Basin South area, which is sort of an introductory area. And then you move into the main map at large. This area here is Haga Basin South. And then the main map, I've only uncovered so far this much of it, but it goes all the way up to here, over to there. And then there's the deep desert, which is much, much, much bigger and is half a PvP zone and half a PvE zone. So if you're a PvP player, it also has, or might have, some appeal for you. Now we're headed to the shipwreck that you can almost make out over there. That is a Sardaukar ship. At night, they patrol. Their beams will freeze you in place, and they will drop mercenaries to, well, kill you. And they did yesterday. They killed me successfully. You also have to be careful crossing the open desert, like I'm doing right now. Right below my sand bike / trike is a little wiggly line. That is worm sign. When it gets red, you're in real danger, and the big giant worm can come up and eat you. If the worm eats you, or if you die to a sandstorm, you lose all the stuff you have on you. It sucks. Put on the shield, pull out the gun. None of these mobs over here are going to have shields, so the projectile weapon will work just fine.
There's someone here.
Dead? Reload. Dead. Third one's over there. Come on out. There you are. Maybe coming out wasn't the right idea. Now, normally, having killed them, see the little icon over them? Looks like a hypodermic needle, kind of. I would drain them for their blood. Because water is extraordinarily important on this world. And I would drain them of their blood and put it through a filtration device to make it drinkable. But right now, my blood bags are full. Okay, that's a little gross, granted. I need to drink some of my own sweat that has been filtered, so I'm drinking that from the catch pockets of my suit. Lens flavored, my favorite. All right, there's usually 3 to 5 people in this area. Nope, somebody has been through here and murdered them recently. They're dead, and they're dead. That's fine by me. I can hear them. They are upstairs. They have just burned a hole in a bulkhead like they did here previously. So I'm not even going to have to shoot anybody here. I'm just here for the goodies. Particularly those last 2 items in green, which are the crafty bits that I'm here for. Because I'm trying to make a significant improvement using that. The item with the little 2 there that looks like a twisted rope kind of thing. That thing. I need those for crafting a sniper rifle, because a sniper rifle is extremely useful for clearing out some of the bad guys before you go into a location. But definitely someone's been through here just murdering everyone. Don't worry, they deserve it because, reasons. Because I'm pretty sure they're bad guys. We're going to go with that. They were bad guys. Now they're, dead guys, really. I will repeat, for anyone who finds it interesting, it is a crafting and survival-centric game. Certainly, especially early on, survival-centric. And it is on a free weekend. So the only thing it'll cost you to try it out is the bandwidth. So if you are a person who enjoys... How are we doing on space? 3 spots left. We don't need Caliph's Drinker. We can break those down for parts. So if you are... I didn't pick up the band. You gotta sometimes pick up an ID band, the purple ID band, to get through the purple door here. Penta Shield. If you're a fan of the genre of survival crafting games, I think it's a damn good one. If you're a fan of the Dune universe, I think it's a very interesting and respectful implementation of the Dune universe. And if both of those things apply to you, you should probably give it a shot. Need to sleep? At 2:30 in the morning? Switzerland. Nice. Well, it seems nice to an American. Go to sleep. It's late. And also early. But thank you for hanging around as long as you did, listening to my nonsense. Alright, we want to avoid the Sardaukar and his spotlights, because it's too freaking close, and I don't like it. Thank you very much for the raid, Arrow. I really appreciate that. Very generous. Sleep well. And dream happy dreams. I don't want to specify what kind of dreams. Whatever makes you happy. So we're down in the starting area, even though our actual house is now in the main area. We came here just to get those crafting parts because it's faster and easier than anywhere in the northern area. And we're going to catch a quick flight back. Go to our house, and we're going to make our first sniper rifle. It is just a huge improvement. The game sort of has a stepwise nature. For instance, you start out on foot. After you've been on foot for a while, a couple of hours, you'll make your first sand trike, which is what I'm driving, and that's a huge quality of life improvement. Eventually, you'll be able to make an ornithopter. Again, huge quality of life improvement. And it sort of has that sort of stepwise improvement throughout the game. I have a couple hundred hours in the game, so obviously it works for me. And also, they're not afraid to go away from realism and that sort of thing. For instance, you'll notice I made my sand trike disappear. Basically, you have a method for putting sand trikes and the smallest of the ornithopters essentially in your pocket, so you can carry them.
Can I fly you somewhere
Does it
today?
make sense
Music
in terms
to
of
my
realism?
ears. Where do you
Not
wanna
even
go?
a little.
The basin is a pretty big place. Could you? I never miss the chance. Let's move.
But in
Before a
game
storm rolls
terms,
in.
sometimes you've got to make sacrifices of realism just to make the game fun. If you're driving a sand trike and you drive off a cliff, you won't die. You go, the sand bike will bounce around a little and you get to drive off. Because they realized it's too easy in a sand trike to end up driving off a cliff. And killing you and destroying your sand bike would be a pretty big price to pay. And so, realism, that would be accurate. But for gameplay purposes, we'll just ignore that. Now, I do not have a big, complicated, or cool-looking home. That sort of stuff generally waits for a little bit later. That guy's house and that guy's house are more sort of standard houses you'll see. A lot of cubes. That was a a spice blow somewhere. I can see it in the distance. That sort of grayish, there it is, purplish now. Gout. That is a spice blow. If you're familiar with Dune, spice is the most valuable substance in the universe. And that was just a bunch of it popping to the surface. While I'm here, I will grab some copper ore. And a little bit of iron ore, because they're right outside my house. My backpack is full. I will not grab the iron ore, it seems. All right, we'll put away all the stuff we've picked up. That is a salvage. Salvage, salvage, salvage. No salvage, salvage, salvage. The rest of that's all salvage. And that'll give us some additional crafting bits too, so. Let us do the salvaging right now. We don't have the power, so we will turn off the repair station for now. And turn the recycler back on.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
A sandstorm is coming. Fortunately, I'm in a house with a shield, so I don't have to worry about it. It'll blow by in a couple of minutes. If you're caught out in it and can't get into cover, that's bad news. Did we get all of it? We got all of it. You can see this is the storm blowing through. Our blood bags are full, so we will deposit all of our blood into the blood purifier. This is our current water capacity. The blood purifier will take 40% of the blood into water. Water is also used in crafting, so it's not just for drinking and staying alive. It's also used for making goodies. I think that's everything. It is. What was there? What did I lose? What did I move? The chess piece. The chess piece got moved. Where is it? That's what I had. I'm confused. Brain's not working. We've got that. That. I salvaged it! Okay, well then. Now I figured out what happened to it. I salvaged it. Oops. Oops. No big deal, but oops. Steel, iron, copper. Those go into the finished materials bin. Do we have enough to now make our very first sniper rifle? The Artisan Jabal Spit Dart. It's glorious. And we'll also have to make some heavy darts. I love it so much. We can make incendiary gel. Excellent for the peanut butter and napalm sandwiches. Heavy darts, let's see. We get 15 out of each. How does 15 strike you? Okay, 16. I mistyped. We'll give it a sec while it makes those. I will AFK for a second while it's crafting. And refill my coffee cup. Be right back. I'm almost back. We finished making our heavy darts. Turn off the AFK, because I'm no longer A. I think that's probably the way to go. Yep, all right. I now have a sniper rifle. If I had a sniper rifle. I do. Well, you always want to test out your new fun toys. If you know what I mean. That's the sound of Shai Halud, the great desert worm. He is right there. He popped up. Don't know if you could see him there. Really quickly popped up. He's big and occasionally shows up. He's always crabby. As in irritated, not like he's got a shell. Sadly, these guys don't want to give me an opportunity to snipe, so I'll gun them down the old-fashioned. And in case there's a second one, we draw the sword. I would have heard from the second one, I think. So we'll loot what they've got that's lootable. And do the vampire thing. Now I wanted to make the next tier of armor sort of my next objective. Let's see what we can do with that. I think I need more of the green fibers. We got a little more blood. I'll go ahead and dump that in here too. So the armor. I don't think we've got enough. Yeah, let's see. Maybe. We've got 27. 7, 13, 17, 22, 26. We barely have enough. But barely is enough. Do we have enough iron? 9, 18, 24, 35, 47. We do. We can make the entire Kirab set. I think we will. All right. And then I think we're ready to deal with any of the sort of level appropriate challenges. We've got the sniper rifle. We've got better armor. I think I'm ready to rock and roll. Or small values of rock and moderate values of roll. Thank you. My duplication or replication of the old PogChamp emote. That's the only one I've got. I made that myself. Lovingly handcrafted. That is the entire set of armor. Alright, we've got better armor now. Just showing the description. I have no idea what that would be. It seems to be showing up correctly both in Streamlabs for me and also in Restream. So that one I'm going to have to say, since the Twitch emote is showing up right for me on two non-Twitch things. Oh, phone? Yeah, phone would explain it. All right. We have new armor boots. We have a new armored chest. We have new armored pants. We have new armored gloves. And a new armored hat. Although the hat is, I have to say, I don't think the hat's a look. You know? All right, we've got scavenger stuff. Wrong. Right. So now this, that's the old, yeah. Ew, all right, we need another freaking storage box. That can go there for now. Oh, we're running out of convenient space. Good evening, your dudeness. Hope all is dudin' awesome. Okay, that was a stretch. All right, the old armor goes in there. Is that everything? No, those go in here, I do believe. All right. Well, we now have our amazing, awesome sniper rifle in place. Which place is packed? My house? I have 2 stories. But you know what we don't have? I don't think it's there. This UI is a hate crime. Should be in here somewhere. Dune. Oh, the new Dune Man. That's part of the new stuff, right? I was slightly confused. Hard to believe that I would be slightly confused, but there we are. I can't find something I'm looking for. Which seems unlikely, and yet I can't find what I'm looking for. What it is this is the when you start in the very first area, you get a what is referred to as what is referred to as a no, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Is referred to as a sub-fief, an imperial sub-fief. When you move into the second area here, you get what is called a advanced sub-fief. I can show you something. That's the Solito for that. Okay. Let me not run up to the wall and expect the door to open. Okay. So, you see the green line on the ground and up in the air? That's where you can build to. Thank you for hanging out. Take care. Sleep well this evening, if not immediately. The green lines denote the maximum area. But you can buy for 15,000 credits, and in essence, an expander, either horizontally or vertically, to increase the space you have. So you can build very high, very wide, or both. Open up. Thank you. All right. What do we got here? Let's see. Well, I really don't want to go to Imperial Testing Station 10 because I hate it. I hate it so much. We'll go for that, I guess. All right, fine. Really, I cannot describe how much I freaking hate that place. It's a death trap for new players. The entire place is difficult and easy to get yourself killed. And then it has two areas specifically that are utterly lethal for new players. One I call the big room, because it's a big room. It has two levels with sort of the top level being sort of around the outside and then open into the bottom floor. And there's like 12 or 15 mobs in there, and a few of them, more than two, I think, are the minigunners who are terrible. And there's just a whole bunch of mobs, and a lot of them aren't easy. That place is bad. Then there's the really bad one, which is the last room in the place, which has the NPC you're there to kill, who isn't too tough. You know, if you screwed up, they could kill you, certainly. But they're not too tough. But there are 4 other mobs in there that are all tougher. Did I? I did drop, okay. And they're almost certainly going to kill you. So there is an item you can build basically to give you a local respawn. Each of those 2 rooms, the big room and the boss room, the door basically seals behind you. So you fight until they're dead or you're dead. So you need to drop a res device outside the door. So when you die, and you almost certainly will, you res right there. And you just go in and keep, if necessary, you death march it. But death marching is never fun. It's the opposite of fun. It's nuff. Shai-Hulud, a kilometer away in that direction. Now 900 meters away. I hear shooting, which is either a player. Sometimes you can get NPCs fighting other NPCs. That can happen. I have had that happen before where I figured, oh, it's a player fighting those 3 NPCs. And I run in to attack one of the NPCs the other player is fighting, and they all turn and attack me. Because it wasn't a player. You'd think if you're fighting to the death with other NPCs and someone runs in and seems to be helping you kill the other NPCs, you'd go, thanks. So I now have a sword that does about 6 times the damage my knife did. I hit the wrong button. But it's not going to last forever because it was looted by a higher level player, and I just bought it off the auction house. But I also have my spit dart. Yes, we have sniper rifle. And life is good again. we doing in here anyway? Don't know. Maybe I should check the contract. All right, this is Missing Sister. Investigate Semo's last known location. And of course, as you would expect, Missing Sister is finding Semo. Not Nemo, Semo. All right, we want to track that. We have our sniper rifle. Oh, hi. How are you doing? We got one of them. No, the sniper rifle bullets are poisonous, too. Pardon me while I giggle girlishly. Sorry. Ought not do that. Oh, he may be safe, but we have to try. Oh, he moved. You could stop moving now. Anybody else available for public shooting? They don't. Missed him. I was a little bit too slow. Did the other guy ever come back? No, he's too smart for that. Oh, look. The sniper rifle, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone else about? Also, very works very good for scoping out a place. Pardon the pun. He died. The poison got him. While we're laughing, let's make sure we've got the right suspensor belt on. We do. All right. There's something about this sort of deliberate style of sneak and shoot that I find appealing. Maybe it's the inherently cowardly nature of it that appeals to me. I'm not sure. You gonna shoot? Come on, you want to shoot at me, don't? Oh, somebody is shooting at me. Where did that come from? There he is. Come on, Mr. Minigun. Up there he is. That was not useful. Let me go ahead and heal up a little bit. That was dangerous. Minigunners, not a fan. Actually hate them. We need to be over in that direction. Kill anyone else over here? Leave any loot laying around? No? Disappointing. Juicy. Like to always do a little scope around like that. A little camera abuse, you know. We got two of them. That's not great. If I could break out of this, I would be appreciative. Any second now. There we go. Nice little coup de grace on them. Waiting for me. That's very thoughtful of them. Waiting for me to get my Anyone else? Do we have anyone else? Doesn't look like it. Go ahead and de-juicify these guys. They're not using it anymore. Oh, goodies. Completed search the private quarters. Is there something else for this now? Level up, level 31. Completed the missing sister. Is that it for Semo's? Finding Semo, no. We're tracking that. Where are we tracking that to? Is that here? Doesn't look like it's here. All right, so I would like to find, there should be a batch of intel here somewhere, which is used for, in essence, learning recipes. I missed. All right, they didn't have their shield up, so that will do some damage to them. Shield's still on. Don't you want to take a shot at me? Come on, take a shot at me. It'll drop your shield. Make me happy. Jerk. He's shooting through the fucking wall. Okay, that's dog shit. That is not cool, bro. Oh, come on. And that thing is showing weird animations.
Another slave for the herd.
Want to try again? Coup de grace. Excuse me. drink our own sweat and tears. Got them. Got them. I'm a killing machine. Which is appropriate as my character is named Kokor Hekkus, the titular character from the book The Killing Machine by Jack Vance. Today you learned. So we got some loot, but we're not getting the intel I'm hoping for yet. Over there, I think. Maybe. Can't make it out. Crap.
You look supple and meek.
Oh, right below me. Multiples of them. How nice.
No one will find right. You look strong and able.
Identify yourself. I see someone. Where is everybody?
They're over there. He comes. Whoops, somebody's throwing grenades. That's not friendly. That's distinctly not friendly. There's the other one. That one died. Oh, there's the minigunner. We can get it. We can sortify him. That's a spice blow.
Identify who goes there. See someone. Who's that? I need help. Reload.
If you have a grossly overpowered sword, things die pretty quick. Can recommend. 7 out of 7. All right, there's the band. That'll get us into that room back there. That body just vanished. Magic. haven't found any intel. Which is what I came over here for. Sure, got a lot of loot and stuff, you know. I came here for the intel. Maybe there's just no intel in this area. Maybe over there. That's a whole new area filled with unhappy people. Not happy, shiny people. Unhappy, unshiny people. Did I go through that area over there? I think I did. Did I go through that area? I went through that area over there. This whole facility is just too damned big. Well, maybe I did go through that area. I hear somebody. All right, we are full on juice. I think I did. Did I not? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've been through. That's open. This is like where we came in. Well, we can see that there are multiple closed off doors over there. Taking my life into my own hands. Claim ownership of the buggy. It's a busted ass piece of crap.
You made the wrong turn, friend. Do not break this one.
I killed 2 with 1 shot. I'm a murder machine. Fear me. Is that a person? It is. Hi. Goodbye. We've got the ID badge. Or band. That was uncalled for and rude. There's the intel. 10, good, 10 points. I was hoping it would be more than 5. Got a lot of calibrated servox out here too, that's good news.
Some of our scouts have just returned. They report that the Zalakidir is thick with new scavenger camps. The skies above are heavily trafficked by both warring houses, and the destruction they rain upon the desert draws the scavies like flies. The bounty is harvest, as my father would say, and easy pickings. At this point, we just need to be moving as many live bodies as possible. Quantity over quality. We are processing 2 slave hunts per week when we should be processing 4 or 5. Our scouts in the Graben report they're tracking several bands of deserters. I know the reward money would be nice, but more often than not, the deserters are better equipped and trained than our guys. It's not worth the effort.
I will get
For now, let us focus our captured teams on the Zalakidir and knock some heads, as my father would say. We need to get Lord Raban his mala before we become that mala.
Dead? This is not good. Not good. Let me go, 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 let me go. Boy, gotta go now, gotta go now. Oh, that's not good. I got caught up in my own goodness.
You're not leaving here alive.
Time to run. Are they following? No, we just didn't get the goodies out of that last chest. I wanted one more chest, and that was poor choice. We got a bunch of stuff. Bunch of XP, too. Time to head for home and be not dead. Greed, my friend. Do not be greedy, or Arrakis will punish you. I forgot to actually change into my armor. That would not have been a problem if I had just changed into my armor. Instead, I'm still in my still suit. Because I'm a dope. In the immortal words of the great philosopher, Forrest Gump, I am not a smart man. Don't be me. Be not me. Whee! Get your motor running. Get it on the highway. Looking for adventure. Or whatever may come my way. Because like a true nature's child, I was born to be wild. Actually, that was not true, because like a true nature's child, I was born to be mild. I'm definitely more of a mild man than a wild man. Some of it is just being old man, but not entirely. I can't let the old take the blame for everything. We're back to the eastern Vermilius Gap. Almost home. Nearly there. How are we doing on room? We've got space enough. Grab the copper. Definite lag on the scan on occasional nodes, and that one almost always. What else do we have? All right, Servox. It's a lot of calibrated Servox. We have the bundle of deserter clothes. I'm not sure who that goes to. The rest of this, the buggy booster. Oh, a fuel cell. I picked up a fuel cell. Lens. We've talked about this. So we have 4 things to salvage. Planar suspensor belt. Buggy booster. I don't have a buggy yet. Artisan Mala pistol and Slaver scout pants. 4 things. Also, we have extra blood. I'm going to drink some water from the cistern so the blood machine can start pushing up a wah-wah. All right, the artisan, that is the 4 things that we need to get rid of. All right. Oops. Excellent. Some useful parts. And now everything is in its place. Correct? Correct. This is the gear I didn't put on. Let me show you what it looks like. We're currently not showing our head, and that headpiece would explain why. And the armor doesn't look bad, but the headpiece, it's not a look. That's it. What these are here for, as best I can tell, is if a guy tries to swing a sword at you and misses, he catches that, and yoinks your head to one side, breaking your neck, or at least stunning you so that he can then kill you. I'm guessing on that part, though, really, I have to say. All right, we're back in our still suit. Where are we here? Copper. Let's make a bunch. Iron. Not a bunch to make. Steel. Could make more. Let us see where we are headed in the way of crafting and such. All right, steel products are now available. Available to research, at least. The Buoyant Reaper. We don't have any... We have no spice-infused steel dust. Yeah, I thought so. You see, I don't understand here is why it shows that there's new stuff. The little icon there means there's something new to show, but none of these are showing the same little icon. Once again, the user interface fails us. Right, we got the spit dart. Is there anything else? Maybe the shield in the near... Oh, we'll need cobalt paste for that. That's gotten from the rift. You need the erythrocite. Or erythrite. I think it's erythrocite? No, erythrite. I think erythrite. So, the slaver still suit will be the next still suit we get. The death still is not available until you complete the footsteps of the Fremen storyline stuff. Medium water cistern uses steel. The wind trap gathers water automatically. An iron. The slaver scout armor will be our next set of armor. And that's going to require a lot of microflora fiber, steel, water, and silicone blocks. The ultimate shield requires cobalt paste. Over here we have, I mentioned earlier about the staking units. Okay, that's not the actual construction price. That's just the unlock, right? They also cost. There we go. They cost steel ingots and 15,000 Solari. That increases the size of your subfief, your little area of Arrakis, but it also increases your taxes. Because the Emperor's not gonna miss a opportunity to raise your taxes. All right, we've got the other fabricators. We'll need garment for making higher still suits and armor. going to go ahead and grab that one. It's only 5. Survival, that's going to be used to make, I think, like the cut array here, for example, which I think we need because... Okay, I don't need that immediately. We need that for aluminum, which is the next tier. So we're not even there yet. So we can cut erythrite right now, what we've got. This is vehicles. I don't think we need that really. Well, we need that for the buggies. Power pack, cobalt, again. That's energy. For that, we need the 7th trial of Akal. For that, the 5th trial of Akal. We want to unlock the buggy now. Yeah, it takes a lot of cobalt paste. So we'll have to go in before we can make a buggy. And then you make the buggy, you want the buggy cut array so that you can harvest larger amounts of erythrite, because you're going to need a lot of cobalt paste going forward. So in other words, we'll have to go into the rift on our trike and get enough erythrite to make enough cobalt paste to make the buggy, and then make the buggy cut array, which is somewhere over here, I think. Yeah, buggy cut array. So that we can start making bulk amounts of the cobalt paste. I would like to make that sand bike scanner. We need more iron. I mean more steel. Are we making steel? Making... No. We don't have enough. Don't suppose. It's back. It's everybody's favorite iron node. And its best friend, everyone's favorite copper node. I don't know what the respawn timer on is. Not too terribly long. I mean... Iron. Steel. We are a little bit short carbon ore. We can get some carbon ore in the short term. There are a few nodes over here. Should be enough for us to make a good chunk of steel. Ha! Chunk of steel. A lot of times there's some over here. We'll check. Actually, one of the servers built my house right here. It's actually a nice location for it. No, in this case we do not have any of the carbon. The nice vertical wall gives you something to build it against. So I built it up, and it was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 stories. How about up here? Do we have any up here? We do. At least one node. Vroom. Sometimes you just gotta vroom it. Actually, we want to go to the left-hand side. It's these sort of split. One goes into the rift, and the other stays up here on the plateau. We want to stay up on the plateau above. The rift is just a great big canyon. It's cool and dark and moody, and they did a really good job with it, I think. In general, I think they did a good job in giving Arrakis a appropriate feeling look, but still having a lot of differentiation. It's always desert, obviously, but in some places there's actually a reasonable amount of, you know, cacti or, you know, various desert flora. And the rift is all dark and deep, and you don't, at least in the rift, you don't have to worry about sunstroke. Alright, we'll grab this. Not just this, though. Our first ornithopter to carve up. Ornithopters are very good sources for Holtzman actuators. So we'll get a bunch of Holtzman actuators out of this and a lot of scrap metal, and we'll just drop the scrap metal. Scrap metal's heavy, and past a certain point in the game, you really don't need much. Come over here and we drop 16 volume of scrap metal, because we don't need that. I think we really need scrap metal for these days is making additional ammunition, so keeping some of it on you is never a bad idea. And also for making respawn. Little respawn tool so that you can respawn to a place if you die. So for instance, in Imperial Testing Station 10, there are a couple places you would want to drop one. Outside the big room and outside the boss room. Because the doors close behind you and you can't get back out until either they're dead or you're dead. And I wouldn't be surprising if it was you who ended up dead, believe me. And it's no fun marching all the way through the map a second time, as happened to me the first time when I went there. Because I had all my money on me, and I needed to get all of my money back. So I had to march my way all the way through and then finish off the bad guys. It didn't even occur to me at that time to drop a respawn thingy. But basically, in the future, I need to do that more like I should have done it outside that area where I almost died, what, 15, 20 minutes ago? That would have been smart. Sadly, smart, not always on my dance card. Close to being full. I am very close to being full. I could drop the stuff into the storage on my vehicle, but I'm pretty much heading for home right now anyway, so. Or we'll start making more steel. Complete slaver contract, offload equipment. Dealing with devils. I should probably... Ooh, we've got a storm coming in. They did not notify me of the storm coming in. That's not awesome. And I'm stuck. Come on, come on. It may be that the storm isn't actually coming here. It's blowing by. That big, imposing-looking storm in the background. By the way, if you're not familiar with the term, this is an actual word that I learned because I had friends who live in Phoenix about desert sandstorms. Look up haboob. Haboob. A haboob. Basically, it looks like like someone's doing cheap special effects of what a sandstorm looks like, because it's this big wall of sand like that, and it blows in looking like a special effect from a movie. Honey, I'm home. Did we pick up anything else? A little bit of iron ore. We'll drop that in with the raw materials bucket. Steel. We can make 29. We really not have. I have to get more iron. Clearly. That will be the next chore. We'll go ahead and make what we've got. Almost all. The reason I make 28 is it leaves one in the box, so I can auto-deposit. Smirt-ish. Occasionally. Not often. What are we doing on water? Close to capacity. Do we have space for me to dump more blood? Not really, but deposit what we can. What was it I was looking at making, anyway? Because my brain has forgotten, because my brain doesn't always brain particularly well. I mean, sometimes, sure, the brain is fine at braining, but not always is the brain braining quite the way I would want it to brain. All right, we unlocked the garment fab. The power pack wouldn't be bad, but we don't have cobalt. Right. So I think... that was what I wanted to make. I wanted to make the... Oh, it takes iron, not steel, and I just turned all my iron into... Yeah, okay, so... Right, once again, the friendliest little iron node. But we're going to grab more. We're going to drive around and grab more iron. Standard way of getting iron, for me anyway, is to drive around this big hunk of rock. Anything else over there? No. Okay. I will note that not only does that look cool and have a very satisfying sound when you are mining, it also is an extremely effective anti-bot tool. So even though they respawn frequently, they didn't have a way to prevent bots from just, hitting F or whatever to just keep harvesting it every however many minutes. That's not going to work here. You got to be able to trace the pretty line. Clever, I would say. Make sure we got more fuel cells. And in this case, I will put all of this stuff into the trunk of my sand bike. Now, if your sand bike is within your house. So if you build like the equivalent of a garage, say, you can move stuff from the sandbike as if it was the sandbike trunk inventory, as if it was a storage unit. You open the storage units, they have a little pop-up at the top that allows you to basically open two at a time and move stuff from one to another. It's actually pretty nifty. We quick deposited what we just got into the trunk. Yeah, I don't know what, that's so strange. It has like a second, half a second to a second lag before it scans, and it didn't used to have that. I'll go out of my way for iron right now, not for copper. I'll get copper if it's convenient. And yeah, I should probably grab more of the fuel cells. So I think their little scan and then trace the line mechanic is an extremely effective anti-botting measure. And there would be advantages to botting, particularly in the deep desert. You find a node in a remote place. Drop your character. That's not good. Drop your character there. Hope nobody ever comes looking. And just sit in line. But not if you've got a trace of the little line. Lots of iron. That's going to suck up a lot of water getting all that. Turned into usable iron, all that ore. Some nice, significantly sized buildings there. Oh, I think this is attached to that one, so I think that's, in essence, that's one sub-fief. Probably with, I'm going to guess, 2 vertical and 4 or 5 horizontal stake expansions. I may have to build a little garage extension. It's going to look silly. We want to actually have it inside. You can't pick it up if it's got stuff in the trunk, if it's got junk in the trunk, so to speak. We got in, yay! So now it'll show up. So we come over here. This is where we put our raw materials. We've got this, and if you come over here, bloop, sandbite. There it is. Oh, we filled. Let us quickly make a boatload of iron. So there we go. We now have got more space. back to the sand bike. That can go in for just now. Copper ore deposited. I think that's everything. It is. That's another sand blow, and that sounded like that was right freaking outside. Yeah, right outside. So that's a spice. I keep saying sand blow. Spice blow. You collect the spice, refine it. It's used in all of the endgame crafting. Let's see, where'd I put it? Put it in here, right? Yep, that comes there. This goes over here. And bingo. Right. Everything else here. Right, we've got. It's empty, so we can now put it back in our pocket. What has it got in its pockets? A trike. A sand trike. What was the one? It's dealing with devils. Sadly, it won't actually be here as dealing with devils. No, it's the finding Semo. Okay, I got that. I guess I didn't complete the saver contract. Offload equipment. Well, where is that one? Complete saver contract. Offload equipment. It should appear on my compass at the top, and of course it doesn't. I will once again register my complaints that the UI is garbage and the questing tracking system is on the far side of garbage. That's the bundle of deserter clothes that I'm carrying. We need to take those to the anvil. Okay. We will do that. We'll take them to the anvil. Oh, that was bullshit. Pardon my language. Or not, up to you. Let's go ahead and suck down some water. And as I have mentioned in the past, always a good idea. Drink whatever water you've got in your storage until you're full of water, and then just, there we go. Fill it all back up. The best sort of early to mid-game item you can pick up as you transition from south, from Haga Basin south, is the damn Dew Reaper. The Dew side. It's awesome. As it basically turns water into no longer a problem. Deliver items. He's got another quest. Standard Gerda 44. We'll have to make that. And I think I'm going to call it an evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out, as always. I'm very appreciative. Whee! Honey, I'm home. All of our blood is now emptied out. Our water cisterns are almost full. Life is good. Sort of. What was that last thing? Complete slaver contract. Slave master supplies. Slaver job. Slave master supplies. That's a Gerda 44. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can... It's a standard Gerda 44. Standard Gerda 44. It'll cost me 5 intel. We've got the parts we need. Sure. But after I turn it in, I'm going to call it a night. But I'm also going to have a little fun on the trip there using the Emperor's Wings. Not recommended for a lot of purposes, but for this kind of thing, it's just great. Fast horizontal travel across broken ground? You betcha. And that one's not even a good suspensor. The full suspensor belt is much more fun. Uh, 6,500 Solari, some XP, some other goodies. Complete slaver contract growing pen. Ding 33. Investigate the slaver base. Okay, that's definitely for another day. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I am very, very appreciative. For realsies. I promise. Would I lie? Oh. Yeah, that's me forgetting that the Emperor's Wings isn't good for keeping you alive on a long fall. Oopsie. It's good for horizontal, not for vertical. Actually, it's good for up vertical using the claw. It's just not good for not killing you down vertical. That should heal me up. Okay. Right. We've got additional skills. Anything new in the way with skills we would like? Let's see. Ranged damage. Suspensor power drain. Yeah, that's not bad. Battle hardened looks really good, but is only gives you a cooldown on trooper skills. So if I was using a lot of grenades, that would be very good. I'm not. It's not anywhere near as good. Compactor yield, no. Climbing stamina drain. That's probably pretty good. Still suit seals, hydration capture, 5%. Got 4 points left now. We'll save that for another time. You have to find the advanced swordmaster trainer to unlock the capstone skills. For each of them, you need to find the right trainer. Okay, I'm going to call it here. Again, thanks guys for hanging out, as always. Thank you very much. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Might be on earlier for an early session. If so, I'll drop the information in Discord, but certainly for the regular time. Again, thanks guys for hanging out. I hope the rest of your Saturday evening or possibly Sunday morning goes great. Back tomorrow. Take care and ciao for now. Thanks, the dude. You have a good one too. Bye, guys.